Yo, we live.
We live. Hello, world. What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's the F Effect. I'm Hillary, my beautiful co-host, SADE, smooth operator. What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. It's Friday. What do you say? We about to get this going in a special way. Hey, I'ma stop right there. Got nothing else to say.
Okay. I'ma introduce our drink.
Drink it up.
Nah, it's a Friday. It's cold outside. I think if we have anybody tuning in, we are expecting like a huge storm. So
Denver, Colorado. Well, Colorado in the whole state is about to get hit. So they say.
So they say. Do you believe it?
You know, usually when they say we're gonna get hit, we don't. And when we don't, we do. But, you know, I feel it in the air. So there's a part of me that says we're about to get a little something.
Those clouds were low.
They got low and got dark and got real
cold too. And it made me say, well, what kind of drink are you drinking today?
Girl, mine almost gone.
Is it?
Oops.
Mine is like one gulp away. One gulp away. And this one is so good. So today, you guys, we are drinking Nacho Mama's apple cider.
Love the name.
Right? Nacho Mama's.
Nacho Mama.
Nacho Mama's apple cider, which consists of 4 ounces of Fireball. You need a spiced orange tea packet, and that's what makes it like spicy.
That's zingy in here.
Yeah.
That's what make you not able to stop drinking it.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. A lemon peel.
Okay.
You know, to give it that little like zing. A cinnamon stick, of course, that you need. And then 4 ounces of apple cider. So this is called Not Your Mama's Apple Cider.
Not Your Mama's.
And, yeah.
I look a little empty over
I know. I keep looking in it like, dang.
Ain't no more gonna come. It's gone.
Yeah. And can I just tell you, you can also put a twist with this.
Okay.
Swap out the Fireball for some tequila. I think it's gonna pair very well with the lemon peel and the orange.
I'm not a tequila girl, but I can see how that works. Well, cheers to the little bit you have. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Women's Month.
Women's Month. You gotta take a sip. It's bad luck. Oh, sorry. Y'all know that, people, right? You gotta look them in their eye. And then
take it. What if I don't have anything then?
Don't cheer.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna hit you with it.
Hey. But yeah, shout out to all the lovely ladies. It's all about the lovely ladies. This is National Women's Month, March.
Yeah. Hence why we are wearing our shirts.
What does it say?
Chic, which says Collaborative Healing Initiative within Communities. And I'm going to say, for those that do not know us,
the daytime us.
The daytime us. Don't judge us at our nighttime.
Disclaimer. This is a free space for us to be. But as far as our daytime.
Yeah, our daytime. Like, we've been blessed and lucky to own and operate an organization that is strictly built for women, intentionally for Black women, women of color, and we have some dope programs.
Absolutely.
That we offer.
Yeah, we do. We have 4 program areas. We do workforce development, we do education, re-entry, and then of course community events. So as Sade said, we are intentional about definitely focusing and working and supporting Black women. So we are a Black women-led organization who focus on the needs and support for Black women. So we just thought, as Women's Month, why not highlight ourselves, but then highlight all the other badass boss bras out there that are doing it, going to work, taking care of home, looking good. Shout out to all of y'all. Keep it up. We see you and we love you, ladies.
Yes. And I mean, like, on that trend, can we just talk about a bad bitch who's making some headways in NFL history?
Please, let's.
Maya Shaka. So she is like one of the first Black female referees.
Huge.
To be represented in the NFL. There's 2 women, and so she's the second one. And so this is huge. And so she's recognized that she is changing history, or making her story.
Her story.
Making her story.
Absolutely. And also moving to a different sport, but Former WNBA player Renee Montgomery made history by becoming by becoming co-owner of the Atlanta Dreams, which is a WNBA females basketball team. So shout out to her, going from a player to now an owner. And she really got into it. She said she was, all with the when LeBron tweeted about individuals becoming owners, it made her rethink some things. And she said, you know what, I'm going to retire and I'm going to own this thing. So she understood the importance of being able to change and policy. And so she thought, what's the best way to do? Get to the head office. So shout out to you, Renee Montgomery, for also making history.
So is that a collective impact? Like, was it LeBron? Yeah. Is he part ownership of that? Or is this, no, it's her and a group of other investors?
Absolutely. It's her and a group of others. It's her and actually two others. So it's her. I do believe the other is a male and a woman, but neither, I'm not going to say people of color, but they're not black, to my understanding. And I could be wrong, y'all, but I'm pretty sure not. So it's just exciting to see her boss up like that.
That's dope.
Dope. So again, shout out to all the women that's, leaving some footprints here on this earth. Like, y'all keep doing it. We keep doing it. Because we know you invest and you build up women. Women change everything from families, communities. So all the women out there, y'all keep grinding. Keep grinding. Facts. We see you.
Yeah, Women's Month.
What else is happening in the sports world?
Man, so you're going to give me flack about this because you already gave me flack about it earlier when I was like, well, the Chiefs lost 2 tackles, and then your rebuttal was?
Who did we keep? I mean, I don't understand why as a people sometimes we always want to reflect on the negative. We always want to talk about the thing. Well, you're right. It may be, you were absolutely right, co-host. It may be a strategic move.
I feel like it probably needed to happen. Mahomes has been, scrambling a lot. A lot of pressure on him. So obviously the tackles weren't doing their job. But
thank you for correcting
Eric Fisher. But no, go ahead.
Eric Fisher, what?
I mean, he was one of the tackles.
That got released?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait a minute.
Eric Fisher.
Wait a minute.
Mitchell Schwartz.
Nah, fact check that.
We a fish? Yeah, man. Someone fact check that for me. Yeah.
Whoa, I wasn't prepared. I was like, Eric who?
Eric Fisher. Go on, B.
Huh. Sorry, folks. This is just happening right now. It's like I just heard this. This is happening before your eyes. Like, I can't. Well, I'll have to respond to that.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that.
Wait a minute.
We'll come back. We'll let you just let it soak in. Someone's gonna fact check that once I get.
Okay, because I'm like,
I'm pretty sure that was big news. That's what I'm like.
That's huge news.
That's news for you guys.
Eric Fisher's not being on the field is one of the reasons we lost the Super Bowl. Let's just be clear. So that's why I'm like, really? Man, my head's been someplace else. All I've been hearing about is Dak this,
That's
Dak
been
that.
Fact checked. They did release him. He was cut today.
Today?
Yeah. I just wanted to, But there's also some other, heavy hitters out there that's on the free agent market. I mean, you got Trent Williams, a tackle from the 49ers, Shaquille Barrett, Aaron Jones, Bud Dupree. So, there's a lot of good, free agents out there that I'm saying, let's go. We go. Oh my gosh! Don't do us like
because we were talking about Eric Fisher. You got your chance. You have your moment.
So you want to go ahead and dwell on Eric Fisher?
No, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm not going to dwell on that. What I am going to
dismiss my Broncos like that? Please. Oh no, you didn't.
Please share. Please share with.
I don't have no news that we are in the quarterback hunt for the Broncos. We're in a quarterback hunt.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Back to Eric Fisher. So here's the thing. He definitely, I want to say that if that is a move that my top office decided to make, then we must have something better in store. So thank you, Eric, for what you've done for us. God bless you in your new venture. That's it.
That's all until you see him again. That's it.
That's on another team. And I'll be kicking ourselves like, why we let him go? Speaking of the Chiefs, I got to give a shout out to my quarterback. Congratulations, Patrick Mahomes. He and his fiancee, Brittany Matthews, have a new baby girl, Sterling Sky Mahomes. Cause what? Her name is Sterling Sky Mahomes. Okay. So he is a new father. Oh. Congratulations to you, Patrick Mahomes. Maybe this will help you push even harder to continue to go for those Super Bowls.
Obviously, y'all didn't go back to back, so well, it's okay. You didn't win them back to back either. But you did go to even win them back to back.
We went back to back. We just didn't win.
Y'all didn't win them. Y'all didn't win them back.
Old news. We're off that. We're off that. Let's talk about
y'all didn't win it.
A big payday. Are you ready for the big payday? Payday. Payday.
Hey, we were worried about him for a second ago.
We was a little worried, but Dak Prescott got broke off.
Surprisingly, folks.
Surprisingly. So to give you an update, Dak had set out, holding out, hoping that the Dallas Cowboys would give him his big payday. And that didn't happen. And so he ended up getting hurt.
Yeah.
Right? And so then it was he couldn't play now. And so we were kind of worried. Yeah. Like, well, what's going to happen? What's Dak's future? Will the Dallas Cowboys still invest? And boy, did they invest. Dak Prescott received a 4-year, $160 million deal. $126 million guaranteed.
Wow.
And a record $66 million signing bonus, which only comes second to, of course, St. Patty, a.k.a. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
God works.
First of all,
I just want to say that, like, because I didn't even expect that. I think he was worried about, like, dang, I'm going to go ahead and get cut. I got injured. I was holding out.
Yeah.
Like, the worst case scenario happened at that moment. And so for the Dallas Cowboys to come back around and be like, regardless through the injury, we are going to support you. But we about to show up in a big way because we believe so much in you. Like that's a lot of belief.
That's a lot of belief, and I don't
just guarantee
$126 million. I don't knock nobody getting their money. Get your money, young man. Get it, because they gonna get your money.
You better be.
However, I want to talk about it. Is this man worth that? No, seriously, is this man worth that? When you've got people in the league like Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, what's my little guy from Baltimore? Yeah, that guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, even your Russell Wilsons. Like,
yeah.
Really?
I think he's all right. Like, let's be clear. Ezekiel made him better than what he is to me. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's worth it, and I'm in agreement with you. I'm glad he got paid.
But it puts a target on his back for sure. Right. He's got to shine this year. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I mean, really, does he have to? I say that, and then I'm like, well, he got guaranteed money.
What happens if he's a bust though? Too that would, like, who was the quarterback? I can't think of, for the Lions that they gave that massive Matt Stanford.
What I call him, Shaffer. Sorry.
And like, he ain't been right since. He got paid, and where has he been?
Exactly. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Well, listen, I just hope it's a great season. I hope the Dallas Cowboys, they shine. But I definitely feel like this is a target, and everybody's gonna be looking. Dak, you better show up and show out. But again, people are getting smart. He's got that guaranteed money. So again, we don't want him to be a flop. But if for some reason things don't work out, they paid that man his money. So that's good.
I mean, Brady signed a 1-year extension. Oh, come on.
No, who?
Come on.
No, I'm
Brady, because I think he's trying to go back to back.
Oh, Tommy.
4 years extension.
Oh, is it 4 years?
4 year.
How old is this man?
Old enough to come and whoop y'all ass. You asked for it. You asked. Oh, so you set the punchline. I did probably ask for that. Y'all didn't even score a touchdown.
Cut it out, y'all.
Okay, it's over. It's done. No, because I'm surprised you're in a chic shirt today. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Wow, you thought it was gonna be a chic?
Low key, y'all. She hasn't even really been wearing any KC attire. But last year, every day, for 365 days, we had to take it.
So let's just be clear.
We had to take it.
I still wear cheese attire all day, every day. But you know, I don't believe in kicking people when they're down. So just, you know, lay low. I found myself being over that moment, and as you're talking, it's starting to come back, and I don't want to bring back those feelings. So let's go ahead and get off of that. Carrying on. Anything else happening in football news? It's been kind of slow, you know, definitely off season.
You know, there was an article, and it's just around like race equity, and it came and it was talking about like why aren't black quarterbacks entirely valued like how they value white quarterbacks, and from a monetary standpoint.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, dang, we're still talking about that today.
Yeah. And it's a true statement. I mean, you look at Dak's situation. He had to sit out to get that dollar, right? Like, I mean, and in so many different ways, right? Equity for our people is just always not equal, from the coaching systems of the NFL and sports to the players. It sucks, man. It sucks that black people and black and brown have to fight so hard, so much harder to get the things that come to our white counterparts like that, right? Yeah. We got to go hard. We got to put in extra plays. You got to get an extra 10 touchdowns. You know, like, come on. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but I really hope that soon we will see things changing, because, I mean, we're going to get to a point where majority of our quarterbacks are going to be black. It's my hopes.
I think it's time for some more black ownership.
Of course.
I think there needs to be a tweet out to say we coming to get our own team. We're coming to shake some shit up. We're coming to challenge, you know, the status quo. So that conversations such as these are not a big issue anymore. So
real spell.
But we got a long way to go.
We do. So, you know what I want to talk about in sports? So there's been a big story this week regarding Wes Miles. And Wes Miles was the football coach for the Kansas City, I'm tripping. University of Kansas Jayhawks. And what came out is that there was some accusations when he was actually coaching at LSU about 8 years ago that resurfaced about inappropriate behavior with young female students, to the point that, you know, he was taking them out to like his cabin and, you know, pickups and drop-offs, and were, you know, with them after hours. And was actually told not to hang around. This is what happened. This was his punishment. Do not be around students anymore. That's what happened. Yeah, so this was at LSU. Well, that resurfaced. Him now, fast forward to him being a coach at KU. Those allegations came out, and he's been around tons of students, right? Like, and what they tried to say, the top office, is that they didn't know about this, right? Now, go with me here, people. You're trying to tell me when you recruit for your head coach,
you want to do a background check?
You don't do a background check? Reference check. Just a people check? We just calling some people like, tell me about this man. You feel me? Like Google check. You feel me? GTS is what I heard that is. Google that shit. You don't do none of that? Like, and so now, of course, he has been let go. They have parted ways. But it just made me really, really think, when we talking about sports specifically, how often are things just brushed under the table or overlooked just so you can get the dub, right?
Right. Because I guess my question is, if he was a losing coach, right, would these things have been magnified? But just because he's a winning coach, how much stuff is being swept under the rug?
Absolutely.
I mean, and it goes back to even players, right? Like, how much favoritisms are like the top players given at top universities, right? I mean, what stuff do they get away with?
A lot.
But it's sickening, because at what expense? At the expense of young ladies, at the expense of other, players. Like, it's gross.
It's awful.
But we see it across like every sport. I mean, you go with the Olympics, you had Larry Nassar, who was the Olympic physician.
Been messing with those young girls for years. Decades.
Was it like 20 plus years of just like abuse? And nobody said anything.
Penn State football. Joe Patino or whatever his name was. He had like just a friend that was always around the team. And from those football camps, from like high schoolers that are about to enter into this college, you know, seniors or even younger than that, I think they used to run a football camp. And so they'd have a lot of different, you know, young boys. And, you know, after that came out, this man for years had been a sexual predator. And that's a huge school. Penn State is so huge. And again, you can't tell me, and actually I believe that they said during that situation, like Joe Paterno, excuse me for hacking his name, he knew about it. He knew who his homeboy was. They tried to say he walked in on something that looked a little like fishy one time, right? So I just think about all of those things, or even like recently, I feel like a few weeks I was talking about Coach Urban Meyer, right, for the Jaguars coach who brought in the strengthening coach who had made those racist comments when he was in college, when he was a coach in college. But even knowing that about your coach, doing a thorough enough background check and research to know who you bringing on. So I just find it hard to believe that they don't do that. Mm-hmm. And so now it's going back to like, to what extent do you just turn a blind? Exactly. You just turn the sheet like, oh, yep, he's messed with some girls, but that's okay. We're winning. He's going to get us to a ring, to a championship. And, you know, I think we really got to start like looking at who are the people in our front offices. Like, I don't know if there needs to be a whole nother research department. You just check out staff, right?
No, they know. They just choose to turn a blind eye. Mm-hmm. And that's what's jacked up. But it's across, even in today's politics, like, you know, the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, who, you know, got an Emmy Award for delivering a great COVID speech every day. And he's under scrutiny.
Yep.
He has 3 women that have come out against him and have allegations about sexual harassment.
Yep.
Now, some of that stuff,
like that,
even as a black woman, right? Like there is one of them was like, well, he grabbed my face and tried to kiss me on the side, and they caught that. I'm like, but isn't he Italian? Isn't that and I get it. Like, what's wrong is wrong. If she felt some kind of way, like she didn't want your hand on her back,
then it shouldn't have been on her back.
It shouldn't have been done. But I'm gonna tell you, like, black women get sexual harassed every day.
Oh my goodness gracious!
If that is
goodness gracious,
if him kissing you on the cheek or him putting his hand right here, I'm gonna say as a black woman, I can attest.
And not just a black woman.
Sexual harassment.
I'm a busty black woman. So we're talking about black women that have a little extra something they wagging. Really, it's always some kind of like, really? Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Right.
Or was that like borderline, right? Like,
right.
So but it doesn't make it right? It still does not make it right to make any woman feel uncomfortable, or men. You know, some of these allegations are against men. So
you know that the allegations against T.I. and Tiny are still going,
still lingering,
still happening. Money is being lost.
I was gonna say they're losing money now.
And you know, a lot of those allegations are against Tiny. So
wow. And you know,
I guess I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. We don't hear about that.
But we don't ever really talk about sexual harassment against men.
Never.
I'm curious, like, to even find out from many of our male viewers, have you ever been sexually harassed that you were like, oh, I didn't like it, or did it turn you on? Or do men get turned on by it?
No.
Like, I want a girl to
I think that they could be harassed too. And in sports, you know, there's women trainers. There's a lot of women trainers. So I wonder, you know, because we are women and we are like, you know, I wonder if there's been some sexual harassment. But yeah, either way it is, I think that it's something to just say, like, to all the, you know, athletic departments. I'm talking about departments like with school, but athletic arenas, colleges, like, pay attention to who you're hiring, who's in your facilities, who's running your teams, because I feel like things like this could be, they don't have to happen, right? Yeah. They could be prevented if you just do the proper amount of research. Then this probably easily would have came out. So good luck to KU. I hope you find a new coach or interim coach in the meantime.
I mean, you might as well stay on KU. You might as well stay there in sports. And
this COVID thing is trying to steal. I don't understand how it's still making like so much noise, but you got the world opening. Like what?
And we got like how many states opening? Like 17?
Yeah, 17.
That says no mask needed. We going full freaking throttle.
Full throttle. I feel like by the 4th of July, everybody will be back open.
Oh my gosh. What kind of summer? What does post-COVID summer look like? Holy smokes.
Hot boy, hot girl summer, pretty much wrapped in one.
Looks like the scene in Atlanta.
We're going to come back to that. But
that's what it looked like.
We about to hit that. The nerve. The nerve of Atlanta.
It looked like a Freaknik.
It was. That's what it was. Whoa. Wide open.
Not a mask in sight.
But to go back to COVID, so what my lovely co-host is referring to is right now is March Madness. And if you know March Madness, that's just all basketball, all day and all night. Right now they're at the tournament play. And unfortunately, due to COVID breakouts, top schools, Duke, KU, but what was the other one?
Virginia.
Virginia. So Virginia, Duke, and the University of Kansas are now knocked out of their conference tournaments due to a COVID breakout. So
is that even fair?
It's not.
Is that like, what are we?
It's not, because we stand strong on being repeated, and I do mean like repeatedly holding the Big 12 title.
But was it negligence on KU's behalf? On Duke's behalf, on Virginia's behalf, or did they not do it right? Or damn it, where's the damn vaccinations at?
And that's the thing. If you're gonna have these young men traveling or doing tournaments, and like, you can't stop what's in the air, right? So even if y'all are taking every precautions, it's still that like they could possibly, right? So I'm with you. Like, if we're to this point, why are we not making the players take the vaccine?
It's coming. Because in other news, vaccination passports are upon us. The talks are happening around requiring
to travel out of the country.
Yeah, to travel in or out of the country, of being able to prove that you've been vaccinated. And so I think that is so crazy, because a report just came out that said 25% of Americans don't want to take the vaccine.
Don't want to do it.
So where do we go from here?
And do you make people? Because, I mean, even going back to what we're talking, sports, like, what if LeBron James said, I don't want to take it? Do you lose one of the best players in basketball because he refused to take it? Or is it like it's going to be a requirement because this is your profession? But how, like, I wonder if things could get a little iffy.
Yeah, they're already speculating that employers can mandate that you be vaccinated based on your job and what you do. And so that's the reality for people. And so,
wow.
I've always said, like, you know, we're vaccinating, and I don't know, it's not like a vaccination 1, but a vaccine 2. And so it's like, even that is a little like sketchy for me. So, but
then you got some people that's in line, like, give it to me, please. So
baby, please, I'll dress up as an old woman and an old man.
Right? Did you see the story where the lady put on the two girls? Put on the wigs. And they got all the way up to the line, right? And then I think they kicked them out. Like, nope, get on out of here.
They said it's time to go. So on that note, we are going to take a very quick break. So come back. Join us. We'll be here.
Grace Faye! Aaliyah! conversations for the youth, by the youth. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Youth Media Union!
Yes, DJ K-Tone, DJ Squizzy Taylor. Make sure you check us out every Sunday. Digital Online Showcase on the R Network. That's AHRR Network. Follow, share, tag somebody.
You dig? Tune in. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you for rejoining us. So, I know we got to talk all things sports. Let's talk some foolery. Let's talk some foolery, y'all. What's happening? What's some foolery things going on in the world? Let's go ahead and address it. Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia it got crazy.
All-Star weekend. Last weekend. Turned all the way up. Y'all, like, listen, I get it.
It was a sea of black people.
It was a sea of black, and we love that. Yes, but I'm talking about, well, it was right here. Like, it wasn't no face mask, no 6 feet, all of that out the window. I mean, my people was going in, acting up, but having a good time while doing it. What you think about that? You think that's all good, or?
I almost wanted to be out there. No, that's what you.
No, speak your truth, sister.
Nah, I don't think it was a smart call. As black people continue to die and suffer from the effects of COVID higher than any other race group outside of Hispanic people, I just don't know if that was the smartest thing to do. Because those people got grandmamas, an uncle, or someone who might be at higher risk. And I mean, that's crazy. Now, it's different if all of y'all been vaccinated, but in reality, we know that none of y'all probably ain't been vaccinated. Maybe 1%. And so, nah. It looked fun, though.
It looks like fun to look at. The best time ever.
I know.
Whoa.
I'm ready.
It looked like the best time ever. Just been sitting there. I'm like, man, do we need to jump to Atlanta? But then you're right. You start to think like, yeah, it's fun now, but the prayers is that no one takes anything back home. Because it's, again, you might be great, but it's all the people that you're around, right?
I think that's like sort of why, going into another state, big state who did that, who opened it up, floodgates, was the governor of Texas. Who said no mask.
No mask.
But do you feel like with him saying no mask that it was like another political stunt? So since like we messed up so bad in the snowstorm.
Here y'all go. I don't feel like it's right, because in the same breath that he said no mask, that I saw at a press conference, when he left that press conference, he put his mask on. And so I'm like, oh, you're going to tell the people y'all be free, and then you just going to put yours back on.
Wait. You said he was leaving.
Oh, yeah, as he was leaving.
No more mask mandate.
Monday, thank y'all, have a good night. Walked out, put on his mask. As he was walking off of the platform, he was putting his mask back on. And
political stunt.
Yeah, it is a political stunt. But that's another state. And again, these are states that, well, Texas, I know, had all 4 of the COVID variances.
Yeah.
So they've had them all there, and it's the biggest state. But, I've got friends in Texas like, well, we really have never really shut down like that. Atlanta the same. Like, we really never shut down. We've kind of always been going. So, again, I do have this feeling that by the 4th of July, I just believe that
out here.
It's gonna be cracking. Y'all better get them airline tickets right now, them $39.99s, and them I've been seeing Frontier slanging them $19.99. I'm like, $19.99?
Get them for the next 6 months.
Yep. Tickets gonna be cheap, but them hotels, they gonna get you some way. But so yeah, some other foolery. So Detroit. You saw the fight in Detroit at the church. The church fight.
Oh, y'all.
The church fight in Detroit.
The fight broke out in Detroit. Not because the pastor was sleeping with somebody's wife.
Why you gotta go there?
Only because the pastor asked for $1,000.
1,000.
Started at 1,000.
Let's start at 1,000, y'all.
Who got $1,000?
And if you don't got it, go to the ATM because there's one over there
in Detroit, like in one of the most impoverished suburbs in Detroit. He was asking for $1,000, but he also didn't drive like the pastor drove a Rolls Royce?
Yeah, like some big body Rolls Royce, house sitting nice, all of that. And so one of the young men in the congregation couldn't take it no more. He was fed up, and I feel that, brother. He was fed up. We in COVID, and you got the nerve to be asking us for $1,000?
He said he started at 1,000 and it went down to 500.
Everybody's still looking. Everybody's still looking at each other. Who giving $500?
Who got $100? Who got $100?
And I think the insulting part was when he said, "Well, don't stay seated. If you don't got it, we got an ATM in the back of the church." You know what I'm saying? Like, you take this sacred time, and you choose to extort your congregation. How do you feel about that? Because a lot of people always say, like, I don't do church. And one of the reasons is they talk about it's an offering every 5 minutes. It's the building offering. It's the regular offering. It's the help save the kids offering. It's the feed a meal, feed 1 meal a day offering. It's the make sure you bring socks and shoes so we can support the homeless offering. Deacons offering. Like, there's so many offerings. But, you know, I do understand. I believe that the house in which you praise and worship still is a business, still has to run. So I believe in offering, but for you to, as individuals who, we talking like...
In a pandemic,
you know, low income, start with $1,000, it is a little insulting. It is. And so,
but
fight broke out.
You had to rumble because it was rumble, y'all. It was jumping. It was going down in the church on a Sunday.
On a Sunday,
so
them
that
brothers
was interesting.
Was not scared to get their Sunday clothes dirty. They was ready. They came ready to get them ruffled
with the deacons.
With the deacons, all I seen was little zoot suits and going up in the air. I seen little Stacy. I seen Gators up. I'm like, well, what's going on? Yeah, Gators and Stacy's was up everywhere. So, Detroit. We apologize. You're beautiful. I had to deal with that. That it's not funny, y'all. But if you get a chance, definitely go check it out. And I will say, I really hope that church rethought about some things. And maybe let's start the offering at 25 and work our way down.
Remove the pastor.
Don't even ask people. You know, I think what's best is don't even ask me. Don't ask me what to give for my offering. It's not, let me give from my heart. And whatever I need to give or want to give, allow me to give. So don't even throw no number out. I think that is where he probably started off. You don't need to throw no number out. You don't need to do that. Just say, hey, you want to give an offering? Here's offering time.
Give a love offering.
A love offering.
Also in other news, you know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle went and had an interview
everywhere
with Oprah, and it has been everywhere. It has offended some people. The British government is mocking it. The U.S. government, some senators and House representatives are mocking it. And I just think that's crazy. And they're mocking it because of Meghan's claim about, you know, the royal family being racist. Period. Point blank.
This is what it is. And she's telling it like it is. And I think this is unfortunate that she's trying to live in her truth and tell what it is, and she's still receiving all of this backlash, right? Like,
all of this backlash for her telling her story.
Yeah.
Like, if she is lying, like she is just making this up. Weren't you just telling me there's a meme or something?
It was something like a friend was telling me, like, you know, looks like Prince Harry got Meghan from Compton or straight out of Compton. You know, I think they were trying to be cute and use the phrase straight out of Compton, but clearly did not use it in the best way. And even to the point where there was a reporter that was asking him, like, is he worried about the color of their baby? As far as, like, if the baby's going to be too dark. And he said, no, why would you even ask me something like that? But it's that, like, that is crazy. And, you know, the friend was also telling me how, you know, his family has pulled all money from them. Like, they're not doing any of that. So when he said he decided to step away from his duties as Lord, as Royal, the Prince, so they were like, okay, well, do your thing, and we're going to pull all that money. So, man.
It's crazy
What people do for love. Because that's, I mean,
because that is,
that's
right,
what it
it's
is.
a testament.
It
Now
is.
listen, she'd be a dirty ass, she'll be low down dirty dog if she brought this man all the way to Cali, Canada, and then divorced him.
She ain't doing that.
She ain't doing that. Nah, but it's an act of love for you to leave everything that you've known, that you grew up in, and to be like, yo, for her, I'm out. Like the woman that I love, like I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
I want that. That's that ride or die
It is.
sort of type of love.
It is. Now, let's be clear. Like, and this is just me, folks. I'm just speaking for Hillary, myself. Megan just really claiming all her black in like the last year or so. No, let's be clear. No, let's be clear. Did you know Megan was black? Did she talk about anything black? Did she rep that black side? Like, we just saw her mama. We just saw this. So I feel like it's a reality check for her. Like, yeah.
You've been reminded that you're black. And before you haven't, you've been, is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Just out here like, hi, Megan. And then when you actually got over there in London, they're like, nah.
They let you know, no matter how you think, you're not up to our standards because your skin may be fair, but you're still black. And so I'm sure it's a reality check for her. Again, I hate that she's going through this. There's never, ever, ever a time for any kind of racism or any kind of, you know, just making someone feel unwelcome or unworthy. But welcome to the world of being a black sister, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I wish them the best, though. I wish them the best. I wish their happy little family perfect. But it's just sad how we're just still in a world that's just so nasty when it comes to racial issues. Mm-hmm. So nasty. So nasty. So
reality.
I want to talk. I know this happened a few weeks, but do you remember? Did you get hit by some airplane parts a couple weeks ago? Yeah,
by my neck of the woods.
It was out there by you.
Nah, Broomfield.
So, folks, what I'm talking about is United Airlines on its way to Hawaii. That was a few weeks back.
Yeah.
The engine caught fire. Boeing 700 series, and parts start flying from the sky, just dropping down. Mm-hmm. Craziest thing is the same day, second plane out to the Netherlands, United Airlines. Also, the Boeing 700 series, or one of their series, exact same thing. Engine catches fire, they have to turn around and come back.
What? Wait a minute.
Bowie shut it down because at this point, am I saying it right, Bowie? Like, so what I did is I went and I did a little research, and it sounds like that there's been several Bowie flights that have had some of these same issues, specifically around engine temperatures, and the engines catching fire. So again, what are we doing, people? Like, these airlines, this is our lights up in the air.
Right,
like,
if it ain't engines falling apart, it's somebody on the airplane talking about wear your damn mask and going crazy.
Exactly. I saw that story this weekend, and that was crazy. And the whole plane revolted against that young lady.
Get her out of here.
Get her out of here. So what she's referring to is also on another plane story. There was a woman who refused to wear a mask. What's going to happen when people say I'm vaccinated, I don't need to wear a mask?
We gonna see a whole lot of more fights.
Whole lot of more fights. I mean, because that whole airline was ready to
Uber
give it to
driver,
her.
like if the girl's attacking the Uber driver, you just gonna cough on me? You gonna cough on me?
I saw that too. You bringing all of it up like a heavy cough.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but then Uber banned her. I think Uber said she can't come back. You can't use Uber no more. Like banned for life or something like that.
Care.
She don't. She can use somebody
She
else's
going to
phone,
Lyft.
right? Just go on the Lyft.
Going to Lyft.
Well, y'all be careful out there. Make sure look up, say cheese, because listen, I'm like, what if one of those parts, like, I saw a woman's truck is like destroyed. Because airline parts are airplane parts are huge. So just crazy. I'm telling y'all, always pay attention to your surroundings. Left, right, up, down. Never know.
Friend, I gotta just bring it up because it's been on my heart. And I know we've talked about sideline hoes.
Wait a minute.
It's been on my spirit.
Sideline hoes? Is that what you said? I just wanted to make sure we all heard that sideline hoes. Okay.
Hoe.
SLH.
Yeah, like I just want to know because I feel like there's a new breed of hoes coming, or a new breed of women that are being developed, and these are just these ride or die women. Like I'm with okay, like you ain't. I'm with okay. I'm with you. I'm with you being okay of doing whatever you want to do. Right. But. Like, is that okay? Is what it's coming to? Like,
now,
is there no thing about, monogamy and
Well, let me clarify that I'm hearing you correctly. Are you saying that women are playing the role of SLHs and we're okay with it? Sideline hoes. So are you saying that women are being okay with being a sideline hoe?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go away from the hoe. So are you just saying side chick?
A side chick.
Okay. So not per se hoeing. She's just playing the side role, is what you're saying. To the main. So there's a main, and then you're second.
I mean, a hoe's definition to another's hoe is
a
totally different.
A hoe is a chick that get paid. Well, no, I'm tripping. That's more of a prostitute.
If I'm getting paid by that. Anyway, yes.
Monetary.
So
what you're saying.
Sideline chick. Side chick.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If that's the role that these girls are wanting to be, so be it. It's so crazy you brought it up because, again, one of my favorite shows. There was actually a situation where this girl knew that he had a lady, right? Mm-hmm. But what we were talking about, what people do for love. She was so in love with this young man that she went and confessed her love, and they did the do, and she thought that they were going to live happily ever after, and he still stayed with his main girl. And so by default, she became the side
chick,
right? But her heart was attached to him, and so it's like, she don't want to play that role, but again, by default.
But do you feel like there are more women that are just willing to play that role?
I do.
I'm cool. Like, shoot, you got your wife over there?
I do.
I got my guy over here, or I might not even have a guy over here, but I'm okay with you having a wife over there.
Yeah, I think you almost have to not have a husband because then you're not a side. You guys are each other, you just cheat at that point. But if you are without someone, you are definitely a side. I don't know. I think this is something... Being that I don't know anything about being a side, I definitely think that there are women who are okay with not having to have that full commitment. Because sometimes we just see it in a way of like, oh, you're just playing second best and you're just, doing whatever. But there are some women in the world who don't want the pressure of being a girlfriend or a wife. They don't want to check in and have to say the X, Y, and Z. They're content with just, us doing whatever it is we do. And it may not be sex. Maybe it's just hanging with you, whatever it is. And then you being out, So I think that it goes to say, like, you may be seeing so many more because I think more women are owning that role. Again, we call it side. To them, they may be like, nah, this is what I want, right?
This is me. I'm not being tied down. I don't want to be a wife.
Exactly. And so... that's a new way of, I think, that what girls are looking at.
But does it, is it a thing like when you're like going after someone's
problem?
Man?
That's a
now.
problem.
There's a difference if you being independent and
totally two different things.
Well, you shouldn't even be going after anybody's man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying problem. No, you shouldn't be going after anybody's man. Like, that's not a thing. Like at that point. You're not only a side, but you're a disrespectful side because you knew that man had a thing. You right? Like.
Well, but you a side, so you know that.
True.
He's coming after you. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
this whole side
it's
chick
so
is
much.
So many layers.
It's
so many layers.
So many layers to it. It's like a bean dip, right? It's like a bean dip, and then you get to the top, and then you start again. It's the same layers. Like,
right. We ain't gonna be talking about side chicks next week. They're gonna be a new breed. Side double chick.
my chick to my side chick. So,
Right.
But when it's all said and done, like, it's just pimping at the end of the day. No. At the end of the day, it's just pimping. It's just pimping. So Donald Trump just gonna get impeached and we ain't go like, I feel like it was so quiet. Y'all.
They did all that for nothing.
Donald Trump got impeached. I know we late, we done missed a few weeks, so we just gotta catch up for the second time. Which means in 4 years, this man
he's going to run
again. And I feel I'm with you.
He's gonna run
90% is going to run again.
He's gonna run again. Again, the Republican base is so loyal to Donald Trump. He's gonna run again. The Republican base is so loyal to Donald Trump. Outside of that, nobody even voted for the stimulus bill that was passed in the Senate. Not one Republican voted.
One Republican. I heard that.
Bill.
They
are so against Democrats right now that they will do anything to destroy, the Democratic base. But then their loyalty to Trump, it is the craziest thing that I've ever seen. But it's also sickening that politicians are playing with the livelihood of Americans' lives, and how easily they can do that. And so what's happening, as you've probably heard about, is voting restriction, oppression that's happening across the country, that Republicans are now trying to go in there and put these crazy rules and regulations in place to suppress the black vote. So, and I just think that's crazy. So, man, please vote at a local level. Vote at your local level.
Vote at your local level. It's so important. It's so imperative. Like, people don't understand. That's the big vote. That's the big. Right. What is happening in your state, your legislation? That's what's important. And I find it crazy that you're like, the Republicans are so diehard, but don't the Democrats, aren't we running the House? Like,
so it's a 50-50 split with Senate, Madam Vice President.
So don't the Democrats run the House?
She don't always go. She's always going to go ahead and vote Democrats. So yes, we control the Senate and we control the House. And so Biden was hoping that passing the largest stimulus package in U.S. history, that he would have some bipartisan agreement. That didn't happen. It's funny that the Republicans came and said, no, we want to negotiate this and that, but they wouldn't vote for it. So that meant that the Democrats had to pass the largest relief bill. In history, and who knows if it will be the last. So
how do you feel about that?
I'm nervous about it.
Me too.
I'm a progressive Democrat, but independent. Yeah, it depends. I'm nervous about it. Like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of debt, and someone has to pay that debt back. And that's our future. Those are our children. And so just figuring that out,
it's tough.
So it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Listen, I definitely have like crazy mixed feelings about this, because I do believe there is a large population of people that need assistance, right? Mm-hmm. But the amount in which we, like you said, the debt that we are going to see from this, and how it's going to affect our entire, I think, economy, from high price, like, things are going to change, and it's all good now, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm blessed. God has blessed us that, I'm not saying that, shit on that check, but I am saying that they've got to regulate some stuff a little bit better, because if you're regulating better, we may not be in the need of that much money. Like, you just giving it to here, like, there needs to be, I think, some more stipulations put on it. I think because I feel like you're just trying to get to get the American people's vote, right? Because that was one of the things that Biden said when he got in, that I'm going to make sure you get that 1,400 or whatever it is. But I want us as a people to really think, like, what are going to be the lasting effects of that? Because there will be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Somebody. You don't just get money and just do. Like, nah. There's gonna be, I don't know if we gonna get a stupid tax later. I don't know. I tell somebody eggs gonna jump to $4.50. Gallon of milk
bread
gonna be
is
10.
inflated.
Yeah.
Go to get, like when bread costs $8.
You're not gonna get no avocados.
When you took that stimulus check.
When you took the stimulus.
No, but there are those. There are families that do need it. And so
100%.
for those that need it, this is what it's for. And so, you know, the Republicans will just argue that all we wanted was better restrictions.
Yep. All we wanted was better restrictions, and I'm not against that.
I'm not either. They got
that.
some stuff removed out, like a bridge for a bridge in New York that they wanted to put like $170 million towards. Like, what? Get the out of there. So you want that to be us, the taxpayer, have to pay for the bridge in New York. New Yorkers need to pay for that shit.
That was a part of the...
Yeah, that was a part of it. And they peeled that out of the bill. Yeah, and they removed it out. And so that's the thing. Like,
stuff like that.
Stuff like that
Can I ask, what happened to the wall? Where did we fund the wall? Where'd those funds go? The wall that Trump was building. Did that just collapse?
I don't think the wall is being constructed in its entirety anymore, but I will tell you this, there is a rush of immigrants who are running to the border on all angles into the United States. A rush of immigrants, more than that I think they haven't that they've ever seen.
Wow.
Yes, since Biden has become president. And so, yeah.
And let's be clear, I was never for the wall. I'm just like, I thought there was all this money. I'm like, where's that money going? Who took the money? If we this is what you were supposed to do that everybody was against. So where did those dollars go? I'm just wondering. Things that make you go, conspiracy. Conspiracy. Let's see what else is happening. So again, let's go back to All Star. You heard about the two young ladies that made their way down there, you know, like me and you always think about it. They somehow got there and then had to create a GoFundMe to get back home.
I'm mad at anybody that contributed to the GoFundMe page. No, I'm sick of it. Because that is not a representation of how Black women get down or any woman get down. I'd be damned that you tell me that, listen, I was counting on my unemployment, your COVID unemployment, which means your ass didn't have no business being down there.
Girl, you about made me spend.
No, she said I was counting on my unemployment. My unemployment didn't come through, so I got stuck. And the girl put a GoFundMe page up to get $1,500 to get back to her home. I think it was Vegas.
And she made it home.
Whoever paid that money, you stupid.
GoFundMe is a hell of an outlet, boy. It's a hell of an outlet because people will start a GoFundMe for anything.
Go fund my mortgage.
I'm trying to go to Africa. Let's go ahead and just
go ahead and pay a couple of my mortgages.
Go fund my whole Africa trip. Let's just all go. Let's see how much we can raise. First 5 people we go to Africa.
Let's try. GoFundMe.
See what happens.
SADE and HILARI Africa trip.
I had the nerve of this little heifer. The nerve. You gonna, like you said, you shouldn't even had your ass down there. You feel me? And I ain't trying to judge and count people's dollars, but if you're waiting on an unemployment check, you probably should stay at home. Make sure you get that check.
Yeah.
And use it accordingly. Like when I heard this story, I thought it was fake. I was like, I'm tired of people. It just make you upset. Like, people just got issues. Like, and somebody paid it. But I'm wondering if they paid it with no strings attached.
She's sideline chick.
She to get home. That's what she is. She gotta get home, so she giving it to you. Let's see what else, Foolery.
Yeah. I have a question. I'm gonna go back here, and I'm a Scorpio, y'all. So, that means, you know, stuff is always on my mind. But I just have a question here.
Sure.
In the rule of how important in a relationship is communication, sex, commitment,
and money.
How important are those?
How important in a relationship are communication? Extremely important.
Okay.
Sex, very, very important. Money, whew, that's important.
Okay.
And what was the last one? Commitment?
Yeah, so no cheating there. Can you have them all?
You should. I mean,
Is that realistic though?
are you asking me? Because I don't think I know the answer.
I'm just saying,
I think yeah. Why couldn't you? I think you could have. I think y'all could have. I think your household can be fruitful, which means you can. I mean, people work, get money.
But what if sex was out? Can you be with a guy?
What are you asking me, Shawty?
Can you be with a guy? No, I just want to know. As a woman, women, tune in. Can you be with a guy and in the bed it's horrible? But he has a great personality. And he has a good job. Does that matter? Does that matter?
Man, I want to say this with the most sincerest, like, y'all, I just don't, it absolutely matters.
Okay.
It matters. It matters. I'm sorry to anybody out there, listen, it matters. Sex matters. Now, let's be clear. There are some women, different levels of sex, right? Maybe you can't show up with penetration, but you can show up with oral, right? Like that may be a exchange off for some women. But as a woman and knowing a lot of women, it matters.
That would matter.
That shit matters.
So you basically saying, like I gotta have that. But if you cheating,
I didn't say that. I didn't say one is over the other.
Is there one that?
This is a difficult question because you asking me a question. What do you? Does it matter, Shawty? Does sex matter? Can you be with someone and everything else is wonderful and the sex lags?
That would be the worst thing ever.
Can you do it?
Don't give me a nigga that is like ding 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 ding.
Not ding ding ding.
In the sex category. Yeah, I can't do it.
It's hard. Cause listen, you can tell me he ain't got money but got ambitions. We can work with that. Because if you got a goal and some ambition, we can work with that. You feel me? We can build your money up. You can tell me he got commitment issues. We can work with that. I feel like.
Yeah.
We can work. Communication. We can go talk to somebody and we can work on our communication.
But when that ain't working down there, or it ain't right, or the experience isn't right.
And again, one-offs, you know, men get excited, they get outrageous. I think women too, you know, sometimes women don't, you know, maybe don't show up. They don't bring their best selves all the time, right?
They have a one-off.
They have one-offs. I think one-offs can occur, but on a consistent, no ma'am, not an option. I think I speak for every woman in America.
Nah, there's some bitches out there that sacrificing. There's some women out there that sacrificing the D for something else.
Cheating. That's the ones that become.
She just told y'all something, man. She just told.
I don't know.
She just dropped a jewel.
I can't tell
guys.
you. But man,
I don't know.
If you're not able to give your woman an amazing sexual pleasure, check her cell phone. Check her phone.
Cell phone. Stop.
Check her DMs, because I can almost guarantee somebody else is saying good morning.
If it ain't a he, it's a she.
Somebody's saying good morning. Hey, you.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
Anyway, it's almost been a hella show.
Has it? We definitely got to tap into our fashion.
Got to tap into
our fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, so y'all know, F Effect, football foolery, and then we always tap into fashion. So today we was rocking our sweatshirts, you know.
Shout out to Chicks That Print.
Laced us real right. So, but today I really wanted to highlight someone amazing, right? Because we said it's Women's Month. And so not just highlighting her for her fashion, but just for the phenomenal woman she is. So today we're giving big ups to Misa Hilton. Misa Hilton is pretty much a fashion mogul. She is the one that you can credit for what they used to call ghetto fabulous, and she renamed it to hip hop glam. So going all the way back to Mary J. Blige, the real love. You think about Little Kim, when Little Kim made her debut at the MTV Awards with the little thing covering her nipples. That was all Misa. So Misa has been styling artists for decades, from, Biggie Smalls to Faith Evans. She's the mother of 3. Her oldest son is actually with Sean Puff Daddy. Is this still Puff Daddy?
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy Combs. And I mean, she's been able to work with some top fashion houses, from Fendi to Gucci to Versace. She was recently named, the brand fashion partner. I have to get the exact title for MCM. But she's just so dope how she carries herself. Her style is impeccable. And she's just been effing stuff up for a long time in the fashion world. And she worked her way from the bottom to the top. She is, like I said, an amazing mother, a bomb boss woman. She also has a fashion academy, so the Misa Hilton Fashion Academy that she opened in 2012. So we're just showing the evolution of her. She started just styling, and she put her everything into it, and now, as I stated, she has her own fashion academy, and she is the MCM Global Creative Partner.
Wow.
Global. So when you go to
MCM
is a very hot brand. So when you look at Beyonce's, she had the whole MCM fit on. That was all Misa.
Wow.
She's really changing it up, shaking it up in hip hop, bringing that MCM and that fashion, crossing luxury. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to her. I've been following Misa for years. She's just so dope. She's so cute, and her style, like I said, is at an all-time high. So shout out to Misa Hilton for being a bomb boss babe on Women's Day. Showing you that you take something that you love to do and you can make an empire out of it, baby. And that's what she did. So shout out to her. Yeah.
That's dope. She's showing these young whippersnappers how to
She
get
is.
it done.
She is. And if you got a kid or you thinking about some young person that's into fashion, maybe check out her academy, because just recently Gucci actually gave a $50,000 grant that they invested into our academy just to continue to push it. So it's dope stuff. Dope shit.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm inspired, and she's cute. But can I go back? So, that was her that told Little Kim, put the sticker on your titty.
She did. Well, she created the entire ensemble.
Okay.
That was just a part of it.
That was a little hood rich.
Again, they tried to say it was ghetto fab, but she switched it up.
Fab.
She allowed us to have a voice. I feel like she crossed fashion with. Yeah,
A little ghetto fab. Okay.
It was. I think it's more what you want to call. She took a chance. You gotta take a chance in fashion. You gotta be out there. That's how fashion becomes fashion. Because now I think Carucci has worn that. Several people. Tiana Taylor. So many people have done. Britney Spears. Britney Spears did a little.
Janet Jackson did it best.
Well, she just showed the whole thing.
Are you sure there wasn't a little nipple sort of cover patch?
I thought that thing
just
fell
was
down.
sort of. She tried to say it was a malfunction.
She made.
Nah, it wasn't no malfunction. She messed it up for black performers after that for a while in the NFL. She messed it up for a second.
She did. I guess since it's Women's Month, I'm interested. Just what woman has definitely been a huge influence on your life?
On my life.
In your life,
Man, my grandmother. My grandmother was my foundation. Installed my morals, my values in me, and so I am the woman I am today. Of course, my grandmother, my mom.
Love it.
So.
Shout out to all the grannies out there, man. I love my granny, R.I.P. But I'm the same way. My mom, my grandmother, having that foundation, those women that be able to tell you who you are and why you are so important. That was big for me. But one of my other, just big, women who I love, I don't know if I already shouted her out. Man, shout out to Queen Latifah, yo. Now, let me tell you, Queen Latifah is so dope. Queen Latifah got 50 years in the game. No, I don't know. But
it seemed like
it. It seemed like it, but she's one that has hit on every level, from music to movies to TV shows. She's just a good person to look up to, or not look up to, but as a woman to really acknowledge. And I think we look at everybody, but I don't know if she get the credit she deserves from her hustle and from she always loved and respected and honored her mother. Like, that was a big thing for me. Like, she put her mother on this high, you know, pedestal, and she took her everywhere with her. So I've always had a thing for me some queens. So shout out to Queen Latifah. And to all the women that's out here just doing the things. You know, this is our month, so y'all just make sure to shine.
Every damn day.
Every damn day.
As we should, every day.
All day. To the day we DIE. So I know we about to wrap it up. Denver about to get 20 inches of snow. What you doing this weekend?
I'm in the
Curious.
house.
Are you?
I'm just in the house chilling. Like
Little snuggle buddy or
no
just
snuggle buddy, man.
Okay.
No snuggle buddy. I need one though. It's not up.
I was about to say, y'all heard it, yo. Hit us up on the if you would like to get a date with Sade.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Please submit resume, picture.
Don't do
I'll
it.
filter through.
Don't do it. Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
No.
Believe,
I'm messing with
listen,
you.
y'all know we would never have to go that route. We haven't flooded in, right? Well, that's cool. Enjoy enough. I'm gonna just chill, watch some movies, you know.
Okay.
Snow day. It's always good.
Your hug.
Yes, we gonna be chilling up. Did you get to check out Coming to America 2? How was that for you?
It was
Don't do them like
it
that.
was nostalgic.
It was nostalgic.
It was reminiscence
I thought it was
of what
good
it
movie.
was and what it is today. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. It was okay. I did laugh.
Yeah.
I laughed.
I think people are a little hard on it. I think people have been so hard. Like, it's been 30 years. Like, it wasn't going to be exact. I thought it was a decent little movie. You know, I done ran it back and watched it a couple times. So, I thought it was good. So, you know, to all the players, I thought that there were definitely some, like, parts that were like, okay. But nah, it was a good movie. So, that's what I'll be doing this weekend. Like, looking at my Amazon Prime, finding some good movies to check out.
Tiana Taylor looked amazing. In
Tiana
it,
Taylor looked bomb. Eddie Murphy, the oldest daughter, was bomb too. Little Chocolate Drop, she was dope. So yeah, it was a good movie.
I wonder how much they made. Like, what did they do? Like a box office breakout?
I wonder.
On Amazon.
I wonder.
Prime.
I mean, it was budget friendly. I mean, they used Rick Ross's house, right?
Oh, you was gonna make it.
Well, I'm not saying maybe that wasn't budget friendly, but I'm saying they used Rick Ross's house. He was in the movie, so I'm sure that was probably maybe a swap out. So I'm saying it was definitely budget friendly. So they should have made a little bit of money because I feel like everybody was like watched it on its premiere weekend.
Yeah,
for sure.
They came out.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'm gonna eat good.
You gonna eat good during this little winter storm? It's crazy. We here in Denver and Colorado about to get a storm. I mean, some people probably outside. Yeah. Atlanta, Miami, Florida.
Texas,
it's probably
Mississippi.
Beautiful. So everybody that gets some sunshine this weekend, enjoy it for us Coloradoans.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We'll bounce back. We gonna be back moving on Tuesday. You feel me? So everybody be safe, be careful, be warm. Get your best foods. Grocery stores ain't got nothing. I heard grocery stores is out.
You go. Yeah, if you trying to start right now, you too late.
Go to the Sebs. Get you a couple pieces from 7-Eleven.
Don't do it like that.
Go to 7-Eleven. Get you a couple bags.
Knock on your neighbor's door and get a little cup of rice.
Oh.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Y'all, 7-Eleven. You can get bananas, some oranges. Get you a little milk and eggs. All of that. But cool. I think that was I think we talked about enough. Is that it? Time be floating, you know. I feel like I could talk so much and so many other topics, but we'll say that to next time. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for popping in, checking us out. It's the F Effect every Friday with your girl Hilary and Sade.
Of course.
Huge shout out to our network, hometown, or the home team. Make sure that y'all are subscribing. You're checking out not just our shows, but all the shows that our networks brings right into your homes. So thank y'all for joining in. Happy Friday. Be careful. Be safe. Stay warm. And until next time, we'll catch y'all.
Excuse me. Sorry. Hey y'all, I'm Drea. I'm Tay. And I'm Julia. This is Water Me Sis. Water Me Sis is a live podcast on our network where we talk about everything from educational to spicy, and we uplift each other.
Make sure you catch us every Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
See you there.
I'm M. Goodnight.
And this is Robbie the Rocket. And this is Game Point Sports. No fingerprints.
Yeah, where we talk sports with edge here on Game Point. And tune in on Tuesday for Tough Talk Tuesday.
And Fab Five Fridays around 5-ish. Yeah.